else, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video with cars and coffee out here in Gardena. Wasn't too far with state of speed. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. It was pretty cool and awesome, but it wasn't all good. On the way back, I had some issues with the RX4. Nothing big, just little minor, and let me go ahead and show you guys. Alright guys, so first and foremost, before we get to the RX4, I just want to show you guys this. I've been working on these stay hood springs. I'm not too sure what's the proper name for it, but it's basically a spring kit that just basically holds the lever here for your hood on your RX2. Just holds it up right in place. So just wanted to mention that for you RX2 guys. This is obviously for left-hand drive only. For US spec RX2s, and I have the whole kit right here. And you guys are interested in purchasing the whole kit or just a spring or any of these parts, you guys could hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get back to you on these parts here. So by the time you guys see this, I'll probably be sold out, but either way, just hit me up if you guys are interested. I could always make them anytime. So another thing too, tight rods, inner and outer tie rods for RX2s. Yeah, you might be asking, why are you making RX2 parts when you have an RX4? Well, I have an RX2 as well, for those of you who don't know, and these parts are very hard to get, or they just don't make them anymore, like the inner tight rods and the outer tight rods. So if you guys are RX2 guys out there and you got a US spec RX2 or left-hand drive, hey, I got this stuff here. And all this will go to support the channel, get better camera footages and whatnot. So if you guys are interested, just go ahead and Instagram or Facebook, hit me up. All right, so now this is what gave out. Yep, tachometer. So had to buy a new one. Don't worry guys, this is not for my car. It's just a spare one I've had for many years, and I tend to hold on to these pieces even though they're broken. You just never know, right? You're gonna need a dummy piece, and so yeah, I tend not to throw much stuff away. I tend to keep little things like that, but it paid off, because now I'm gonna need a template to retrofit this Holley analog style electric gauge. And yeah, it kind of sucks not having a tachometer. By the way, I did do everything possible to get the original one working, and ran all kinds of tests, did it all, but nothing seemed to work. So I had no choice but to get this from Holley. It was pretty pricey, but I wanted to get something decent, something that looked kind of old school, somewhat period correct, and reliable. So guess you can't go wrong with Holley, and no, they're not paying me, so I had to pay full price on this. It's pretty pricey, but at least I'm not gonna have any worries of it, at least it going out anytime soon. I did look into getting the original tachometer. They have a few of these online, but it's just, man, people are just asking way too much, and it just led me to just buy something aftermarket. And when you do buy them, it's only a matter of time before it goes out. I mean, these cars are 50 years plus. It's just only a matter of time before the next one goes out, and it's just a chain effect. So I figured, hey, you know what, just might as well go with this. At least it'll last, I don't know, decade or two maybe. Whereas if you were to buy a used one, you just never know. It's just that's just the nature of it with these old classic cars. A lot of cars have aftermarket gauges nowadays, but very few. And I could set it out to get a rebuild as well too. I don't mean to rant on about this, but I decided to go this route. I know a lot of you purists are probably gonna cringe, and but that's just that's what works for me right now. Again, I got too many projects to be worrying about the RX4, so this is just a quick fix. So here we go. Now I was able to take this off from the back. It's just plastic welded, some little holes right here, and then these just come off fairly easy. All you got to do is just like kind of pry them off, or you could drill them out, or just with a heat iron you could just just with the tip of the heat iron, just, you know, you just pretty much just take the welds off of there, you know, just make some holes with it, and this will pop off. So this one came off pretty easy. And so this is what I got to work with, this diameter here. I got to make a ring. So again, I'm trying to keep it as original as possible without cutting up my original one that's on the car. I don't want to cut the back or anything like that, so that's why I went with this Holley here. Okay, so if you guys see, it's not that wide, so this should fit right in the RX4 without me having to cut the back up or anything. That's the last thing I really want to do if I ever decide to go original, or, you know, but for now it's just gonna have to do. It's just really annoying driving without, you know, working gauges. Alright guys, so I got a bit ahead of myself over here, so I had to slow down and kind of explain myself what's going on. So alright, so as you guys know, I'm trying to preserve the car as much as possible when you can. Obviously the original one went out, and like I showed you guys earlier, I got this Holley, and I decided to order it a bit smaller, as you guys could see. So again, the last thing I want to do is just cut behind the panel and leave giant holes, and, you know, so I'm gonna try to retrofit this. And the way I'm gonna go about it, it's by using this here. This is a plexiglass or acrylic glass, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically plastic. And so this here is what's gonna hold, I'm already blabbling, so that there's what's gonna hold my tachometer in place and kind of keep it like somewhat flushed. I did look at other tachometers, they were a lot bigger, but the last thing I want is just my tachometer hanging out over here looking a little, you know, funky or funny. But I'm gonna go with the plexiglass, and the reason being is because a couple reasons. One, because I want to preserve this ring here, still keep that chrome look, you know, when I put the Holley in. And this is the original one here, and if you guys notice, the original one here has this little cutout, and that little cutout's for the emergency brakes. So when you pull the emergency brakes up, that little cutout right here turns red, indicating or letting you know that, you know, the emergency brake is on. You put it down, it goes off. So I'm just trying to preserve this little light here, and the only way I could go about that is by using plexiglass, because it's clear. So my theory, or my way of thinking, I'm hoping that you know, it'll just, you know, kind of shine through right there, right under it, so, or around, because this being smaller, you know, I'm just hoping they'll, you know, shine right under there. So we're yet to see how that goes, but yeah, that's the reason why I decided to go this route. So now, lucky for me, I got this spare here, so I just kind of keep adjusting my Dremel to the point where, like, it feels nice and tight and flush. So I'm pretty much there already. So now all I gotta do is just cut out that inner ring, and, you know, just go from there. I might just give it another one. So so this is what I'm using. Good old Dremel. And this is like a multi-purpose bit right here. You got glass, plastic, towel, whatever. Comes with the kit, so, you know, didn't take too long to figure that out. So seems to be working good. It's just as you guys can see, it's just real messy, and it gives this pretty bad odor. So make sure you're in a ventilated area or have the fan blowing. But yeah, it does a job, and it, you know, tends to leave a nice, good, well, not perfect, but somewhat perfect circle. So okay, so I already got the desired diameter down, so I'm trying to find a base where I could, like, just cut all the way through it. I'm just afraid this might tip over, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice my little parts locator for my rotor seals or whatever, corner seals, apex seals, and this thing's been around for years and years, and a lot of my buddies are like, hey, why don't you, make these and sell them? Well, the rotary community. I don't think they'll sell, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice this because it kind of already has a circle on there too, so I could cut through it. Alright, and there it is, fellas. So not bad. I went ahead and finished it, cleaned it up with sandpaper. I used 150 just to get the jagged edges smooth, and it doesn't look real pretty, but that's because it still has that film. It's like a little film. Kind of slightly take it off so you guys could see it's real clean. But yeah, so we got that done, so that's gonna go here. And again, if I'm correct, or my theory is correct, hopefully that red light will shine through here on the bottom. So and put this on. So this is the ring that goes back here, and this basically is gonna fall in here, kind of like this way. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I still have to make another one back here just to kind of hold it in place. This one here is too small, so it's not really gonna hold in place. So I'm gonna make something bigger like this, but just bigger, so it could, be in place, and so it won't fall nowhere. I also went ahead and cut this out with a what do you call this, a protractor with a blade on the tip. So came out pretty good. Now this is gonna give it that vintage old school RX4 look to it. So and by the way, this is 3M. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna roughen up the edge right here so it could stick better, and obviously I'm not gonna touch this bottom area, that way the light could illuminate or shine through it. So here we go. Alright, so not bad. Now that we got this done, to go ahead and install it in the car. Again, still got to do the backing, so it won't go nowhere. So here goes the one off my car, and that sucker's huge. Looks just like the inside of an airplane. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just put it back together, and this is the one that's gonna sit right on there, and hopefully keep that somewhat original look to it. So here we go. So just like that, and there we go. Check it out. That thing looks awesome. Looks great. All we gotta do now is just put it back on the car See how that goes, and hopefully this baby here will turn red. But here we go. Alright guys, in case you're wondering how this thing looks in here, it looks just like that. Take out the time. Still working, still running. I fixed this one a while back. Still going strong. Can't say that for the tachometer though, fortunately, but we're getting that resolved right now. So there's no need to take this whole thing off, but if I wanted to, there's some bolts. One, I think there's another one here, there's one down there, another one there and there, just in case you guys are wondering. And this whole thing comes out, you obviously gotta unplug those and that one down there. So okay, now for the moment of truth. It's already on there, and that's all she wrote. So check it out, fellas. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the key in. And okay, the lights are on. I obviously haven't hooked up the tachometer yet. I just want to see how it looks, and it's a little off, but at least it'll be working. Let's see. We can't see the red light under there. So guys, fortunately I had to go back to the drawing board. There's just no way around it. I just had to cut this out here. So this sat here flush. Got no choice but to cut it out, and that's just one of the natures, I guess, to retrofitting aftermarket gauges. Just having to make it fit properly. At least you gotta fortunately do some cutting out, and this one goes here. It's a little brake red sign here. Fortunately I had to do away with it. To my surprise, it actually illuminates brighter, because I do have that LED, but at least for this gauge I had to cut this out. There was no way it was gonna fit on here, even though it's a smaller diameter, and I didn't want to go any smaller either, you know. So, and these are the wires. I already ran them through. These holes are already here, so I ran them through there. But unfortunately that was just it's just the way it is. So, but the good news is that I actually get to use this light. So check it out. All right, and for the moment of truth, let me turn the ignition switch on. Boom, there it goes. That's what I was looking for. Emergency brake off, on, off, on. So now I get to use my tachometer and my brake indicator, as opposed to just, you know. But yeah, very happy with it. All right guys, so had to fast forward. Magic of editing, huh? I went ahead and hooked everything up. There's not much to it. I mean, you guys want to check this out. Very easy to install. Simple. It's just that goes to the negative trailing coil. It's just one wire, plugs in the back, and then these just go to the ignition switch. This one's only 3, so you guys can read it there, and it's not that hard. So pretty self-explanatory. So I decided to skip this part and just show you guys how it turned out. Very happy, guys. Very excited. I think this is the best option out there as far as I know. And check it out. There we go. Lights are working. The light on this one's a bit different, but nonetheless It works. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put everything back on and go for a test drive and see how it goes. All right, guys, and it is the next day. Decided to do it the next day. Got a little busy over here, but check it out, fellas. That's it right there. Already got it calibrated. I'm gonna take it out on the road just to set up the I guess the rev limiter. I think right now it's like at 5,000, so we gotta set it to like 7,000 or 8,000. But that's nice. Here we go. Alright, guys, so yeah, it's right at 5,000 RPM, so we're gonna raise it to 7.5. So here we go. Okay, I'm not sure if the camera's getting it, but it's kind of hard to. But there we go. So now that's our rev limiter, 7,000. I could probably go a little higher if I want, but I think it's fine right there. So yeah, let's go out and drive for a bit. There you go. This is your what, second time driving? Third time? Third time, huh? First time what? You were 10, right? Or something? 9. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. There you go. Okay. You can step on the gas. Let go of the clutch. You can let go of the clutch. Slowly, okay? Okay, drive slow, drive slow. There you go. Just follow that car, that Camaro. There you go. Okay, just let the car move. There you go. Let go of the gas, let go of the gas. Now just let the car roll on its own. Make a turn. That way, you're going that way, right? Ooh, look at you. There you go. Step on the gas so you could get a feel for it. Remember, you shift gears when that light changes, or when that light comes on. It's a rotary, so it's gonna take a while before you have to shift. Okay, you can let go of the gas. Okay. And then just kind of step on it a little, you know, you kind of like, it's off and on. Yeah, turn. Wow, look at you. Okay, keep going straight. Now, once you see that light blink, you're gonna go and put it on second gear, but you gotta put the clutch in first. You can put on second gear now.